3 decades, Uganda has been under the firm grip of President Yoweri Museveni, whose rule has increasingly been characterized as authoritarian and repressive. As dissent grows, both within Uganda and among its diaspora, the stark contrast between freedom of expression abroad and repression at home has become ever more apparent, highlighting the complex political landscape of this East African nation. Ugandans living abroad, particularly those aligned with the People Power movement and the National Unity Platform, NUP, led by Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, better known as Bobi Wine, have become vocal and persistent critics of Museveni's regime. These expatriates have organized numerous demonstrations at Ugandan embassies and in major cities across the Western world, from London to Chicago, New York to Toronto. Their primary aim is to draw international attention to the ongoing human rights abuses, corruption, and political repression in their homeland, while also pressuring their host countries to reconsider their relationships with Museveni's government. Recent protests have seen passionate Ugandans brandishing placards and raising their voices against a multitude of issues plaguing their country. These include rampant corruption that siphons billions from public coffers, widespread land grabbing that displaces communities, arbitrary abductions of political opponents that instill fear in the population, suppression of free speech and assembly that stifles democratic discourse, misuse of taxpayer money that undermines development efforts, and tribal favoritism and nepotism that exacerbate social divisions. A key focus of these demonstrations has been to urge Western nations, particularly the United States, to cease their military and financial support for Museveni's government. Protesters argue that this aid effectively props up a repressive regime and undermines democratic progress in Uganda. They contend that the funds provided for development and security are often misappropriated, ending up in the pockets of regime loyalists or funding the very security apparatus used to suppress dissent. The scale of corruption in Uganda is indeed staggering. According to available statistics, the country loses